Hello, everybody. From me, I am Pranvira Haisani, the director of the Astronomy Outreach of Kosovo group. So tonight, after a very, very long days that we didn't have clear skies, we have also missed the supermoon though. But we have decided to broadcast the moon through our Refractor Telescope 100 millimeter and our Grasshopper 5 megapixel camera. And tonight is pretty clear sky, yeah. So I'm going to screen share with you the moon. And you know what? Unfortunately, my battery has just finished. Probably it was too cold, but however, I gotta move my telescope with manual way, so I cannot use this electronic mount. I'm so sorry. It's kind of, it can be boring, but I was just trying to give you some live views of the moon from Kosovo. Well, as you can see, the moon has just started to. It's not full. It was full about 2 days ago when the supermoon was actually, and it right now it's gibbous, which means it's going to be Tuan. Sorry for my English. Sometimes I cannot explain the right things in the right way because of the language, but I hope you can understand me. However, see how fast it's moving because I am not tracking it. It's too bad. I'm really sorry, but my battery just went off right now when I just wanted to start. This is not fair. But yeah, it looks pretty cool because I can see these craters, I can see the debris, I can see the region when the Apollo 11 was landed. I can see all the moon, and probably some of you have never seen the moon this close. It's not the closest, but we are trying to make it pretty close because if we zoom it much more, then the movement it will be much more faster. The movement is coming not because the telescope is moving, but it's because the moon and the earth, they both are moving. So this is the movement that we can see if we zoom an object, the moon, the sun, or any other object. We could never do this before. I mean, our AOK team could never do this before because it was pretty hard without having the cameras, the right telescope, and the electronic mounts. But thanking Charlie Bates Solar Astronomy Project, Mr. Stephen Ramsden, who has actually donated us all these that we are doing it, starting from the Refractor Telescope, this Grasshopper camera, the Skywatcher Q5 mount, the Apple laptop, and this program software we're using, it's all from Charlie Bates Solar Astronomy Project. Oh boy, it's pretty boring to do that with hand. It's not very precisely, but I'm trying to make it good. And okay, right now, because I'm in the terrace of my house right now in a village pretty far away from light pollution, and from my terrace, I can see. Hello?
Yes, I'm here.
Wow, hi Elliot. It seems
Yes,
like we have a guest. Wow, this is cool. How are you doing?
I am doing good. And yourself?
Yeah, I'm also doing fine, but my battery has just ended and I cannot track the moon. I gotta move it with my hand. It's, oh my goodness.
Jeez.
Well, if you can introduce yourself a little bit, because I was just telling the people that I'm just showing the moon and this stuff, so you can introduce yourself a little bit, who you are, where you're from, what you do,
Yes.
shortly.
Yeah. Well, my first name is Chris. Last name is Elliot, and I am from Western New York in the United States. and I have been doing astronomy for about 5.5 years out here in the States. And I do deep sky imaging. I do some planetary and some lunar, like what you're doing here. But I'm mostly into the long exposure photography with the tracking of the mount and for deep sky objects.
That's great. Really nice. And I wanted to get some images of the moon tonight, but I cannot do it if the moon is moving this fast because I just have to move it with my hands and it's
Yeah.
oh my god. I was not lucky tonight, by the way.
It looks really clear tonight.
Yeah, it's pretty clear. I can see the fog. It's very low, but I'm in altitude about 600 meters from the city, and oh my God, it's really clear sky. It's cold. It's -1 degree here in my place, and I can see Orion, and I can see some stars from my point here, from my view. But yeah, it's great. I gotta move the moon again. Keep talking.
It's quite amazing that the fact that I'm looking at the moon, even though it is 3:51 p.m. here, so it is broad daylight here.
Hello there, I guess we got somebody else too.
That is really cool.
Yeah, I couldn't do astronomy for a pretty long time because the weather in Kosovo was just rainy, was cloudy, was in some parts of Kosovo it was also flooded because of too much rain. But tonight, even though it's pretty cold to stay out here, I am just enjoying this view, and I just wanted to enjoy it with all of you by broadcasting.
Now, -1, that's in Celsius, right? Because that would probably be about 30 degrees Fahrenheit, right?
I guess so,
Yeah,
because
freezing.
it's 32 Fahrenheit when it's 0 in
Yeah.
Celsius, I guess.
Yeah.
And I'm broadcasting through this program, this software called Astro IIDC. I use this mostly for solar when I want to get some videos of images of the sun. It's very nice software. It came with the Apple from Steven Ramsden. No, I am not tracking. Somebody's asking. Elko Gales. I am not tracking because my battery is dead, which is not so good. So I move it by hand. Yeah, it's too bad because I was not lucky. The last time I did this, I had the tracking, and oh my God, it was really nice. And I could do that for about an hour or so. But well, I could also probably show some Orion Nebula or something like that tonight. But because I didn't have the tracking, I cannot do any of these.
Now, what does it say on the bottom left where it says recording 22 left 19 and it's going down? Are you taking a video, like frames?
Just like a video or something like that.
Okay.
But I don't think it will be very good videos because of the fast movement and like this. But I will just try to grab a few frames, so probably I can process them and post them just to show the moon.
Yeah, if you put it in Registax, that's a free program online.
Yeah, I
No,
got it.
yeah, no matter the distance, like how much it moves on the screen, you should still be able to get a clear picture of the moon.
Yeah, I got Registax. I probably can do this, but I also use the same software which one I'm capturing with. I can use this one to process, then I can do some more editing and like that with Photoshop, Photoshop 6. Yeah.
Yep.
But I got Registax 5, 6. I use both of them. Then I got another Auto Target. I don't know very well to use that one, but probably I can just do some practice.
That is really cool.
Well, somebody's asking you got PIPP2. I didn't understand what is that. Sorry.
So PIPP2, that's PIP, and what that does is it can actually center. So in other words, if you're doing a video like this where it's bouncing up and down, left and right, what PIP will actually do is take the actual moon and center every single frame for you, and then you can actually use Registax off of that, or actually PIP will actually do it for you, where you can actually use that and actually center it.
Oh gosh. Well, you, Mr. Elko, don't you have a microphone or something? So people probably could hear what you're talking because this chat can be visible only to me and Elliot, I guess. So if you could talk, it would be really nice. So Elliot, probably when I get that thunderscope, I'm going to start out a guiding and do some really nice deep sky imaging.
Yes, and I will definitely help you with that. I mean, it takes a little bit at first when when you first get it and actually learn the algorithm of PhD2. Once you get the hang of it, it's like riding a bike. Then it'll just be smooth sailing because you have the AVX mount. You shouldn't have any problems at all.
Right now I'm using my Skywatcher AQ5.
Okay. And that I think that's one of the best ones out there too, because I think that they have this. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I think they have like the 5 Pro or whatever it is. Cause I'm trying to get used to the other mounts too, because all I've ever used was the Celestrons, which was the CG5, the AVX, and then they even have a CGEM too. So the Skywatchers, they are really, really good mounts.
Well, I use Skywatcher for about 2 years now, and I'm very used to that, even though I got this Celestron, the new one, advanced, but it works very nice. But some of the options in this commander, I still didn't learn all of that because I just got it new from Charlie Bates Solar Astronomy Project, that one too. And yeah, both of them works properly.
Yeah, it just takes a little bit to get used to, as you said, with all the options and everything. It, there's a lot to learn, and then once you get it, it's like the PEC, which is the periodic error correction. When you get that with the backlash and everything with your mount, once you learn that, you can do extreme long astrophotography for the exposures.
Well, I was trying before to do some deep sky imaging, but the highest exposure I could get it was about 30-40 seconds exposure because otherwise I would get star trails and like that.
Right,
Yeah, because of not auto guiding. I never did that before.
right. And then once that scope comes in for you, it should be there for you probably next week. And then once you get that, then I will guide you through it, through the PhD, through the software, and we'll go one-on-one to make sure that you know how that works. And then your exposures are going to go from 30 to 40 seconds to possibly even 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah, then I'm going to choose the cameras which I'm going to use for tracking, for imaging, and all that. So I think we are gonna solve that together. I'm
Yep.
not very much used to that.
It's a great adventure, let me tell you. And once you start out and you get all the objects out in the sky, it just doesn't get any better. And I'll tell you, even when you're in a light polluted area with all the lights from the suburbs or the city or anything like that, you're still going to pull out great images because you're taking long exposure photography. You're letting more photons go in there. Make sure that you have filters for it too. Light pollution filters, there's light suppressors, and then eventually you'll get to the point where you can even do narrowband imaging, which is hydrogen alpha, hydrogen beta, oxygen 3, and sulfur 2.
Wow.
Yeah, because with those, it only emits a certain for wavelength of light. So, like for instance, for hydrogen alpha, even when the moon is out, you could still image as long as it's not too close from the moon and you shoot on the opposite side of the sky. You can still get great images, like the horse head I showed you.
Yes.
That was with a full moon out. You could still get a great image because it's only emitting 0.1% of the wavelength.
Great. I should learn that one day because I'm not very much used to that.
Yep.
Anyway, for these who doesn't know me, I am from Kosovo. I repeat that again. I uh, we have our team here, Astronomy Outreach of Kosovo, and our goal is actually to spread the science all over the country because Kosovo is just a small country, part of ex-Yugoslavia in Europe, and we don't have any astronomy related degree here, so all we have is all these equipments donated to us in this group, about 100 members now. So we do outreach events in schools, in public, and people always are amazed to see the sun in 3 different wavelengths in hydrogen alpha, calcium K, and visible light. Then we also do observation during the night like this, the moon, planets, deep sky, and all of that. People always are amazed. You are at work, Elliot?
Yes, I am. I'm at work until 6 p.m. Eastern Time, which is midnight your time.
Oh, well. Here is, let me see what it's about, 10 to 5 p.m.
And it's 4:05 here.
Well, seems like Elko is saying that he's from Netherlands. Hi there, it's really nice to meet you. I didn't meet you before, but it's really a pleasure that you joined us here. Well, I really like this way of connection because the internet has made it really nice so we can all join together and observe or see something. It was really nice because when I was broadcasting the moon from here, that somebody else was broadcasting, for example, the sun from Australia at the same time, and this is incredible.
That is amazing. And maybe sometime in the near future, if it's clear here, I would like to actually do a broadcast with you where I
Yeah,
can
sure.
yeah, the sky is out here and show you how I get the things out here. And then that way you'll be able to depict, certain details that I do for yourself, and then you can actually do it, and then you could show everybody else out there.
Yeah, we need really to meet such people, especially here, because we need to teach the kids, we need to teach the people that astronomy is important.
It is.
I see Sirius has just came up right now. Very soon the moon is going to hide after the roof, and I guess I should stop it very soon. But yeah, before that, I just wanted to thank both of you and all other people who were watching us or viewing us. So it's been really a nice time to observe. After a long time, I didn't touch my telescope and see the moon and talk to you guys, and it's really nice. Thanks a lot, Elliot and
Yep.
Elko.
You're very welcome, and thank you for having me.
Thanks, Elliot, that you are trying to stack the images.
Yep.
Okay, so I guess I'm going to stop screen sharing the moon. And here is me.
There you are.
Yeah, hi. It's cold here. Well, thanks to everybody for watching us, and we will come back again to broadcast more objects like this, and hopefully with tracking that time. Thank you to everyone, and see you again. Thanks
Yep.
from the whole team of the Astronomy Outreach of Kosovo.